Welcome to My Empower Project with your host, Erin Rowe. We will discuss nutrition, fitness, becoming your own boss, and just becoming better every day. I invite you to join My Empower Project as we embark, embrace, encompass, and enlighten.
I was like, you know what? Hey, this is all about being real. So I'm going to be real. This is as real as it gets.
And I'm jealous of your hair. This is the most volume my hair ever has. So whenever I see your curls, I'm like, oh, she's so lucky.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
We're back. Welcome to part 3. We're here with the Glam Belle. You may know her from YouTube, or you may know her as Brandi Pope if you heard part 1 where she discussed breast implant illness. And in part 2, we went into some social media tactics. I encourage you to go listen to part 1 and 2. Part 3 here is pretty short. We just end up talking, and I hope you enjoy it. So I wanted to ask you about these runway shows you do. How did you get involved in that?
Oh my gosh. I have been modeling since I was about 16 years old. I remember being in high school and I always wanted to model, but I was shy and not confident. But I had a friend, one of my best friends back then. She was scouted out by someone local and met with this agent, and basically the agent was like, I really want to work with you. And she happened to tell the agent about me. She was like, I have a friend, she's really pretty, she's got curly hair. So the agent wanted to meet me. She showed her a picture and the agent wanted to meet me, and I met with her. And it wasn't like, because I'm in Virginia, we weren't under contract or anything like that. So it was basically like, I want you to work with my agency, but if I wanted to do something else on my own, I could too.
Okay.
I started working with that agent, and that's how I really got into modeling, and I still work with that agent to this day. It's so crazy because I think I was one of the first girls that she really started working with. She had only had her agency for maybe 6 months, maybe a year, if that, when I started modeling for her. So I've been modeling for her since I was 16 years old.
Wow.
So over 20 years now.
Is she the one who does the bridal shows that you're in?
Yes.
Oh, that's so fun.
And I'm still working with her. It's so crazy. But I love it. It's been awesome to make some side money at. It's definitely not a full-time gig around this area. I feel like in Virginia, you're not going to be able to ever make modeling a full-time gig. It's just not the demographic for it. But
right.
I love to be able to do jobs and events and things like that here and there. It's just so much fun. And I've gotten to a place where I do a lot of stuff on my own as well. So I'm not always working with her. Sometimes I'm working with a talent acting agency that I do some work with, more on the acting side of things. And then I do a lot of things on my own. People will reach out to me directly to book. So it's so fun. I love it.
That sounds fun. And I didn't know you were in medical. I work in pharmaceuticals. So what did you do? Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So I started in data entry on the business side of things. And then I got into medical billing, collections. I did stuff with Medicare and Medicaid. I ended up managing several departments. The company that I was working for, we dealt with like 7 or 8 different hospitals all over the place. And so I did that for a long time. And then I ended up going to school to get my medical coding license, and ended up getting into medical coding. Did chronic condition coding for like 5 years or so. And most of the stuff I did was inpatient, so it was rough.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I enjoyed it. I can't say I enjoyed it. I mean, I liked what I did, but I didn't do it because it was my passion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody looks at thousands of pages of a chart to find medical codes and find that's their passion.
Yeah.
Not many. I did enjoy it when I was doing it. And then I don't know why at this point I wanted to go part-time with coding, and I was able to do it from home. So I actually started working from home, doing part-time coding, but I got a job at a plastic surgeon's office. So funny enough, I I worked there and I did a lot of surgery scheduling. But yeah, and then I think at that point, it was like, that's when it was kind of hitting me. I was like, you know what? I want to do what I really love. Life is short. I'm not getting any younger. I know what my passion is. So what can I do to kind of get into that? And I was actually still working at the doctor's office and still coding when I started my channel. And when I started my channel, that's kind of what opened up the door for being a freelance hair and makeup artist.
Wow.
People didn't even know I did hair and makeup because I wasn't in that field. They knew I did great on my own, but they didn't know I could do anybody else's. And so that opened the door for that. And then one thing after another just kind of compiled. And I was like, okay, I'm going to stop coding. I don't want to do this anymore. And I quit the doctor's office. And I was like, I'm just going to do my own thing. I built my business a little bit before I decided to walk away completely. Beachbody was actually what allowed me to walk away from working. And Beachbody was kind of like, that was my thing while I was building my YouTube and building my hair and makeup clientele and everything. Beachbody was my main business.
That's great. Yeah, it was like a stepping stone, I guess.
Exactly. And I still love Beachbody. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm still a coach. I'm still helping people every day. If someone reaches out to me, I'm not actively building my team like I was, because when you're doing that, like, it takes a lot of time and energy, and that was like gig. And then I would make a video every now and then for my YouTube channel. But I got to that place where it was like, okay, Brandi, like, you can't do it all and be successful at it all. Something's always going to suffer if you're trying to do too many things. It's like you have to prioritize, right?
Yeah.
And I knew that YouTube was going to provide opportunities that I wouldn't get anywhere else. I saw longevity there. And obviously, as I started to get sponsorships and partner with companies and really start to see it grow, then I was like, okay, I need to pour more of my time and energy into this, or it's never going to grow. I'm always going to be stuck with where I'm at. So that's kind of where it was like, Beachbody was like this, YouTube was like this, and then it was like, all right, now what do I do? I kind of really love this, even though I still love this, but I knew I needed to give this more energy, so it's kind of like right here.
Well, we have a lot in common because I do drug safety, so I code events all day long.
Wow.
With Beachbody, same thing. I'm not promoting it, but I still have people reach out to me, and I have people doing the programs with me, and we still discuss it through direct message. And then I found e-commerce, and I'm in love with that now. So any avenue that a woman wants to take, I just want to introduce them the opportunities, and then they can take as they wish.
Just so that women know that they're not stuck being at home. Having a lot of stay-at-home moms just feel like, all I am is a stay-at-home mom. Like, I don't have anything for myself. Even though being a stay-at-home mom is amazing. It's like the hardest job ever. But a lot of them don't feel fulfilled because they don't have something of their own. And so just showing them that there's so many different avenues you could take. The sky is really the limit. And they all take the same thing. Passion, consistency. That's it. You pick the avenue, use the same tools for it. Basically, you're using the same tools as you are as a parent. You get your baby on a schedule, and you're consistent with changing their diaper when it needs to be changed. Putting that same type of thing in place for your business.
Definitely.
But I think it's important. A lot of women just need someone to tell them, this is what you could do.
It's funny that most of my Beachbody clients are moms, even though I don't have children. I just have a fur baby.
Yeah.
But they all talked amongst themselves in my challenge group. They know each other, and they say, I don't even sit down to eat a meal, or I don't even have adults to talk to. And I just feel like the Beachbody conferences, they get just like a day or two away or an hour a week with other women, and it just helps them thrive.
Yes. Because so many moms are never filling their own cups. They are so engrossed in making sure that everyone else has what they need and is thriving, and they ignore their personal needs. And when we do that, we can never be what we could be. We'll never be the best version of ourselves if we never fill our own cups. Being able to have a community that feels like family and that gives you that adult interaction. I mean, I know I was always a working mom, but I tried to stay at home one time with, I think it was my second child. Yeah, I stayed at home with her for like 8 months, and I had a toddler at the time. I thought I was going to lose my mind. I couldn't wait to get back to work. Like I felt like work was a break. So jealous of my husband who got to get up and go to work and have a break. Then I would have that mom guilt for like, well, why wouldn't I want to be with my kids 24/7 and do everything for them? And it's because it's constantly depleting you. And if you never give back to yourself, you're always just going to feel depleted.
That's good advice.
But it's been so good talking to you.
You too. Thank you. All right, have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
Bye, sweetie.
Thanks for listening. I'm so happy to have you as part of our posse and would love for you to comment with what topics you'd like to hear about next. You can find out more at myempowerproject.com. Tap that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the exciting guests and enlightenment to come. Have a fabulous day.